Hi, and welcome to Laughing Language Learner Live Interactive Online Spanish Classes. I'll be your teacher, Profe Amanda. Actually, in this video, I'm going to show you what a Laughing Language Learner Live Interactive Online Spanish class looks like. You may have already seen the demo video of the live online class, and if you have, that's great. Thanks for watching. That video shows what a class looks like and feels like to a beginning student. But the purpose of this video is a little bit different. In this one, I'll show you the features of the program we'll be using for our live classes. That program is WizIQ. Throughout this video, you may see the blue cursor of the original class moving around, but you can ignore that here. We'll actually be talking about some different things. Okay, so let's get started on our tour of the classroom. This big area right here in the middle will act as our whiteboard. Before class begins, I come in and I set up the vocabulary on the whiteboard. I always type up our vocabulary in Spanish with its English equivalent. I never do a Spanish to picture format for my vocabulary because I want to be exceptionally clear to my students about what each word means. Pictures can sometimes be a little bit misleading. Also, before class starts, here in this pink box in the middle, I'll set up the words that we'll need for the questions. These are the question words in Spanish as well as their English equivalents. And so now let's get a rundown of what's happening in a Laughing Language Learner live interactive online Spanish class at any given time. Over here on the right, students will be able to see a video of me teaching the class. This is of course a live video. I am asking questions of my students, and as I'm asking those questions, I'm pointing here to the question words. And I'm pointing here to the vocabulary words that I'm using. I point to the words, pause, wait for that word and its English meaning to kind of sink in, and then I continue with my question, pointing to the next word on the list. After I ask a question, students will respond over here in the chat box on the right. They just type up a short little answer here in Spanish to the question. All of the words that they're typing up here on this chat box on the right are either proper nouns that come from English like McDonald's and Walmart and don't need to be translated, or they come from words over here on the whiteboard. So there's never any question about how to say exactly what they want to say or how to spell those words. So here I am in this little video asking questions. My students are down here responding to those questions, and I'm always checking their responses to make sure everyone understands. If I get a slow response or no response from any student, then I know that that person either didn't understand the question or didn't know the answer. In that case, I slow down and I ask the question again, pointing and pausing to whatever vocabulary words I'm using. For the students who did understand the question or the statement made the very first time, this just gives them more repetitions of that really important vocabulary so it doesn't feel slow to them, and they know that if they are ever in the situation of not understanding, I'll be patient, I'll be calm, and I'll just repeat as necessary for them to understand. And then once I'm sure that every student has understood everything that I've said about that statement and every question I've asked about that statement, then we move on. We build our story by adding one new statement at a time. After each statement is added, then I ask several questions about that statement. And the cycle just continues and continues as we slowly build in new vocabulary and are constantly going back and repeating the same vocabulary that we've used earlier in the story. You can see that here on the whiteboard as well. This green box here on the right has some new vocabulary that we added later in the story in our demo class video. But I still have all of the original words here on the left. They're still here so that students responding in the chat box can see exactly how to spell those words. And I still have the important yes and no and question words here in the middle section so that students can still see what the question words are and refer to those as necessary. The words that were already here on the left stay here on the left. New vocabulary is always here on the right, and the question words hold their spot here in the middle. I try to make it really clear where everything is, where students need to look. I'm always pointing and pausing, but if for some reason they need to find a new word, for example, if they're trying to respond in the chat box and I'm not pointing to the word that they want to respond with, it should be pretty easy for them to find where that word is on the board. I try to keep it really simple with only a few words at a time. One thing you should know about this demo class video is that I've learned since making this video that I can actually have video and/or audio of up to 5 students in the class at a time. This video or audio of students is in addition to the video and audio of myself, so students would be able to still hear me and see me even while seeing their classmates. There are at least 3 different reasons why we would use video and/or audio of students in class. The first reason is that students and I are working together to invent very creative stories together. Students are responding to everything I say, whether a question or statement. They're responding to my statements with, "Oh," and "Oh no," to show me that they understand the statements I make. This works a whole lot better if they're actually able to hear each other respond with lots of emotion. When a student says, "Oh," or "Oh no," it really works to draw other students in and help them engage in the story. On the contrary, seeing "oh" and "oh no" written in a chat box on the right tends to just fall a little bit flat. The second reason that we might use video and/or audio of students in class is so that some students, each class period, might be able to practice their speaking skills. But don't worry, students who are not able to participate that particular day by speaking in class will have other opportunities later in the week during our cafecito times and during our office hours. If you're not sure what those 2 times are, they're explained on the Laughing Language Learner website. Also, every student is able to participate by chat, even if they're not able to participate by speaking to the class. The third reason that we might use audio and/or video of students in class is so that students can act out some of the stories we create together in class, or if we're reading a portion of the novel, students can read that part of the novel out loud in parts. This again is very helpful in engaging students in what they're reading and what they're hearing their classmates read. Well, this has been an explanation of our live class demo video. If you haven't watched that video, I highly recommend it. It's a great example of what it looks like and what it feels like to be a student in a live, interactive, online Spanish class through Laughing Language Learner. And I appreciate you watching this video. I hope this has been helpful. If you still have any questions, you can visit laughinglanguagelearner.com for more information. That's also where you can register for classes if you're interested. If you still have any questions that are not answered on the website, there's a form on the Contact Me page that you can fill out. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have. I would also really appreciate it if you would like Laughing Language Learner on Facebook and help me get the word out. If you'd like to share this video with your friends or the demo class video with your friends, that would be great. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you in class.